Where did the sound settings just go? They just disappeared. Okay, sound settings. Okay. I'll lower the microphone input Yeti right here. Okay, I'm gonna put it there. If it lowers, I'll do the thingy I do, unplug it. Can y'all hear me? And yeah, see how this all works. Okay, this is like this. Make it like this a bit, maybe. Move this over. Okay, so we're good to go. I think it should be like that. If it's a bit big, I will go over this side, or I'll just move this over to this side, and then we'll turn it this way. Okay, we're live. And oh, how does my face look like? Where do I look? Okay, anyways, let's see, where do I look here? Turn it this way. Okay, we're live. And oh, okay, should be fine. Okay, anyways, yeah, let me know whatever happens, and this goes like this. Okay, are we live, guys? And I'll send this on Rumble, and basically, then I'll only message if people reply at all on there, and let me know if you guys are also gonna record. Okay, now recording. Okay, I'm recording now. Can you all hear me? Okay, oh, I gotta join a room. This is on BitChute. Let me know who's in the chat. We have 0 people so far. Okay, we are taking over the game with 0. It's public, right? Okay, anyways. Yeah, no big deal. Again, these Wednesday streams are just for my own sake. Mainly just to uh, force myself to do some next level research. All right, anyways. Yeah, and then also go over to Pump Fun here. Okay, thanks for all. This is, let's see if this works. And agree to see if this works here. Default. What should I call this? I'm gonna go open up this as well. While I can y'all hear me, everybody? Okay, this goes here. I thought I just posted a thingy there. Didn't load up. I just posted do I not have internet or something? Okay, there it is. Okay, there. This is from Judy Wood's book there. And yeah, I'll keep that open, and I'll open this new tab. And okay, so we'll do this here. Okay, what is Coral Castle? That'll be the default one. Again, if you guys have science-related questions, math questions, let me know, and we'll try to solve those live. All right, I'm gonna go into Pump Fun here. Oh, whoops, Pump Fun. It should be already there. Let's go here. Only live. Okay, let's see if this works. Failed to update chat settings. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, Hudson Flexen show. Let's go. Awesome. I'll watch in a bit. Gotta go in a few. Yeah, for sure. And I saw you send me a bunch of emails. I'll look at them when I have a chance. John. And yeah, so I actually posted this is from Judy Wood's book, Where Towers Go, and there's you next to the Giza pyramid. So I have mixed thoughts on the Coral Castle. I'll have to look at. I haven't looked at it too deeply because again, when I do a video, I gotta look at all sides to see what's right, what's wrong, and so on. But anyways, great seeing John here, guys. John's in the show, guys. So you're the first person in the chat. You're the only one in the chat. Okay, so the people not getting a notification that I'm live. Like I don't understand. People aren't realizing that I'm live right now. It's 10 a.m. Wednesdays. Anyways, yeah. So the other thing, I just want to figure this out. This should pump fun. Okay, I got logged out somehow. Okay, let me just sign this and sign message. Okay, so I'm logged out of Pump Fun. That's why. All right, John. Yeah, epic stuff. And yeah, just sign in. Like, what's going on here? Okay. Okay, go start live stream. 1 second. And I'll be uploading the other thing later. The Atwood machine test. Yeah, so I did the balcony one. It's looking like a null results, which is interesting. Okay, anyways, I'm live there. I'm gonna click on share window, and this one here, share this window. Okay, so we are live on Pump Fun for some reason. And we'll see how much. We'll see how longer we go. Pump Fun just takes a while. And yeah, anyways, so John, where are you heading out, John? Okay, now we have That's Life. Okay, we have two people commenting with That's Life and John Hudson. So we got huge peeps in the show, but only 2. All right, that's pretty wild. Anyways, so today we're going to go over the Coral Castle stuff. Again, I've some mixed thoughts on it. Let's see, this person, Cornopia says, well, she's been to Coral Castle many times. It's been bought, sold, controlled, blah blah blah. And so here's took photos and put it of Judy Wood's book, where towers go. And there's John. There's you. When did you go to? Yeah, when did you go to the Egypt? John Hudson, hi, I love you. Stuff. I am just always working. LOL at night. I get to see you. Yeah, sounds good. No worries. Yeah, you are doing great in the lab. And also, I was gonna ask, when did you go to the pyramids? When did you visit them? That'd be something I wanna visit one time. All right, all right. So and then there's Edward Lee Scallon. So again, I heard he was a Freemason, but anyways, we'll do some deep dive on all angles, and then conspiracy cornopia. I think that's Tammy in the YouTube chat. I grew up in a haunted house. It had been a sanitarium for tuberculosis patients. The attic had leftover prosthetics and other such equipment. My dad also worked on an old hospital, left as it was when I was around 14. My siblings and I were his best crew. It was very haunted. My aunt and uncle worked with us. She had some experience in an elevator and basement surgical ward. She fled the site and refused to go near the property again. Okay, anyway, so she grew up in a haunted house. Okay, yeah, so 1993, John Hudson was in Egypt. Okay, that's fascinating. I do want to go there one time. And yeah, anyways, so that is that. And if we are donut, and my head got huge for some reason. Okay, this is that pump fun thingy. It messes up with the webcam. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and see what happened to the. Oh, the microphone got muted. Okay, the mic. I need to unplug the microphone. And yeah. So, anyways, I increased and lowered. This automatically lowers. I think it's because of pump fun. So we'll see how long that goes. It's probably pump fun. Yeah, it's probably pump fun. But anyways, evening. Okay, Natalie Versus is in the show. So we have John and Nancy in the chat. Yeah, Nancy's well, she's probably in the back hacking the AI metaverse. And there's that's life. Yeah, that's we have huge celebrities here. We got Hudson Fact. We got Tammy. I just read your conspiracy cornopia mumbo jumbo. It's pretty epic stuff there. You were living in a haunted house. And then we have John Hudson, and we have That's Life, and we have 9/11 Revisionists. Okay, we have a whole bunch of peeps. We got 6 people in. Okay, we're gonna go over Coral Castle again. I have mixed thoughts on it. We'll go over it from all angles and see what happens. And so on. I also uploaded Judy Wood's book photos there on the Coral Castle, and so on. And let's see here. Just because I saw a good engineering video on it, and it's like it seemed pretty reasonable. I like it seemed like yeah. So anyways, we'll go over some stuff. But the thing is, Edward Lee Scallon did have some interesting magnetism theories, as well as a pretty epic experiment that I do want to upload. Okay, yeah, this is the A team, guys. Okay, so we are the A team. We are A team. We're not yeah, we're not A team. We're the A team. All right, let's go. And how do I move this over to the other side? I can move this over, or I can move this over. Anyways, just the first 15 minutes is always haggard. Okay, so we got that. We got this. This is this part. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. This is on the chat. Okay, this will be here. All right. Anyways, Rody Matrix in the show too. Okay, we have a whole bunch of peeps. All right, we're taking over the game. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna go straight into the Coral Castle unless people have questions and concerns and so on. So, because I haven't looked at it like too deeply from a like investigation standpoint. Because again, when I do a video, I have to make sure if I can try to debunk it. That's basically if I can debunk it or make it real. But before we even actually get to that, this is my Atwood machine. I'll open up that the Atwood machine experiments. So the Atwood machine, if you were watch my earlier videos, so I have the results there. I'm gonna be uploading the video this week or next week. Yeah, but the results on the balcony one, very interesting. It's doesn't look like it's like doesn't go down much faster or even or slower. It's pretty much the same thing. So, and I think but because the thing is, with my previous Atwood machine experiment, I think it's still valid. It's just that, anyways, I have some thoughts on it. It's opening up. I don't know what's taking so long to open up. Okay, it's not opening up. Anyways, I just don't know why it does stuff like that. Okay, just quit. Just okay. We'll open up later. And actually, I do want to open up now. I'll do it now because it's part of the science stuff. So you guys know what I'm working on. Okay, Edward machine. Let's see if this works. Balcony. Okay, let's see if this works. It might be because I have so many things opened. I have like a million tabs, a million streams. Okay, so just okay. If this opens, we'll do it. I'll put on the side. If it opens, it opens. And also let me know, guys, if the audio lowers, guys. Please let me know. I can't stress enough. My microphone audio automatically lowers. I think it's because of Pump Fun, because of this random streaming site I'm trying to use because it makes it's basically I have a own coin for some reason, and people I trade it I earn from the trading fee. So anyways, don't know what all that means, but let's keep going. All right, so anyways, okay, so I'm gonna go now into okay, so what, it's still opening. Did it open? Okay, there it is, okay, it opened. So this is the balcony experiment. And what's interesting is okay, so I'm gonna go all the way back here. Okay, so here's the Atwood machine. This is the Camtasia. I used Camtasia, so I paid for this one. I guess it's the first one I was using, and it was fine. And so I'm like, all right, just keep getting used to it. Okay, so Atwood balcony experiment. So balcony machine test. If you see my earlier one, I showed that magnets and repulsion, it goes down slower. So what I was but I only had like a 1 meter pretty much like 1 meter height. So then I wanted to increase it to now it's like 14 feet. So it's like let's see here. So I have 3 different setups, and I put a ladder here. Put the Atwood machine on the side there, and so on. And so what ends up basically the whole idea is you add counterweight so that you can go down slower, so you can measure gravity yeah, a bit easier. So you don't need to like drop it from super high height. You can just drop it from a normal height. So basically, basically what I do is I try to get a 10 milligram difference, or 10 gram, yeah, 10 gram difference. So here's the counterweight, 332 grams, non-magnet 344, and now we have the magnets in traction, 344, and then magnets in repulsion. I glued them together. There it is, pretty next level. And I have it, I still have it there. I put up pliers, I put the clamp on it in case I want to redo this experiment or do other ones. Because so I have a hypothesis on what's actually happening, and it might be actually anti-inertia. Anyways, so here's the height. So it's basically 4 meters now. Before it was 1 meter. Now it's like 4 meters, 164 inches, 416 centimeters. And then this is 433 centimeters, 170 inches, and so on. So basically 14 feet in the air. And this is the heights for each one. So it's slightly off, like 5 centimeters difference. Anyways, so now here's the non-magnet on the left. We have the magnets in attraction in the center, and magnets in repulsion there. I'm going to play this. All right, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, rotor metrics, old gauge 33 is pumping out some shite. Actually, yeah, that's usually what happens. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm gonna move this. Okay, move this here. Okay, so that's me. Anyways, so I'm wearing a yellow jersey here, a Lakers jersey, and then I'm wearing a black one here, the same shorts. And then now we're doing this a black long sleeve. Okay, so we're on another level. All right. Yeah. So anyways, so here it is. So we have magnet, non-magnet, magnet, normal magnets, and then magnets and repulsion. So here's what happens. Here's the first one. Okay, so this one's slightly slower, but again, I was expecting like a second, but they're pretty much the same. So 7.966, 7.966 is 8.10, and so on. And then I redo this many times, 10 times, and nothing really changes. So my hypothesis is slightly heavier too. So, but my hypothesis is, if there is something, it might be just like only at the first. Only from the zero acceleration, like only like when it's stationary. Then when you're getting it up to speed, that's the only time that you'll see a difference. So in other words, I might do an experiment where I'm gonna throw the magnets as far as I can, just because you have a lot of acceleration. So basically, I'm gonna try to toss it and see what happens. Okay, so so here, Okay, and nothing's changing. Okay. So 7.833 is a bit faster, and again, nothing's really happening. I'll do another one. Okay, so what happens here? So I do this 10 times. Okay, still nothing really happening. So then here's all the times. This is 10 times. See the last one. Whoops, last one. Last one was an interesting one. This one went down super fast for some reason. So again, that's what you gotta do many times because you're supposed to be doing manually by hand. All right. So this is the magnet, non-magnet 7.6, 7.56, 7.966. So again, nothing really significant. And then I summed it. Here's the table results. Basically, magnets and attraction on average was 2% faster. This one's 0.93% slower. Not a big difference. And then I have it graphed out. So there's the graph. We can't really state any difference happening here. Yeah. Okay, back from breakfast in Egypt there had to be a advanced technology. Oh, back from breakfast. Okay, in Egypt there had to be advanced technology. That's what John says. Okay, it says advanced technology. Yeah, possibly, yeah, but again, I need to look at it because at the end of the day, it's just a giant block. They obviously like had some advanced like the numerology was pretty next level, so they have the numbers pretty exact, which they obviously knew something. Yeah, but I'm just thinking because like. Well, I need to look at it closely because I was not impressed. I was impressed, got to see things not public. Oh, really? So John's got to see things not public. Okay, so there might have been yeah, there could have been. I just need to look at it. I need to know like what is the main reason? Is it that they just lifted up heavy blocks or? Okay, anyways, and then here's the comparison of average drop time. Pretty much the same error as the other one. So again, nothing significant. Here's the acceleration rate. The expected was the Atwood machine had. I ignored friction, but I should account for friction. But anyways, so nothing was really happening there. So I basically have to say the Atwood machine does not. It's inconclusive or just it's a null result. So basically, it's not providing anti-gravity from the big one. Yeah, or if there is any gravity, it should be only at the split side, only at like the first. Second when it goes from zero acceleration and increase. Anyways, that's that. So we're gonna go over the Coral Castle stuff. It was a large yard full of artifacts. Okay. Okay. So John, do you have any photos? If you have any photos, John, send them over my way. Okay, I'm gonna go to Coral Castle now. And someone asked, make it dark. Okay, dark mode. I'll make it dark mode. Okay, just so it's easier for peeps to read. Okay, so Coral Castle right here is an Oolite limestone is a sedimentary rock formed from oids, spherical grains composed of concentric layers. Strictly, oolites consist of oids of, okay, anyways, spherical layers. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Term can refer to oilite. Okay, so coral limestone structure. So we got lime and basically sedimentary carbonate rock. Okay. And it's got oolite stuff in here. Spherical grains composed of basically sedimentary rock put into limestone or something. Created by the Latvian-American eccentric Edward Lee Scallon. Okay, so we have Edward Lee Scallon. Well, when was he born? Okay, it comprises numerous. Yes, it was a large okay. It comprises numerous large stones, each weighing several tons, sculpted into a variety of shapes. Okay, this is tons. Short ton, anyways. A variety of shapes, including slab walls, tables, chairs, a crescent moon. Okay, that's a interesting setup. A water fountain and a sundial. Even though Coral Castle is noted for the claim that it was built single-handedly by Lead Scallon using reverse magnetism. Reverse magnetism or supernatural abilities. Photographs and eyewitness accounts evidence that he used pulleys and other simple tools. Okay, so we got people saying that it's single-handedly built using reverse magnetism. Okay. Or supernatural abilities. Okay, so we got basically, that's the claim. Photographs and eyewitness accounts evidence that he was using pulleys and other simple tools. Yeah, so I have seen some photos on that. So that's the thing, it's like, which one is real, which one is not. It is currently a privately operated attraction located in unincorporated territory. It's parts of land that is not governed by a local general purpose municipal corporation. They may be governed or serviced by an encompassing unit or another branch of the state. Okay, interesting. Territory of Miami-Dade, Florida. So it was, I think it was moved into Florida. Okay, so where was it built? So this guy's, here the story is apparently Coral Council's own promotional material says Edward Scallon was 26 when he suddenly rejected by his 16-year-old fiance. Apparently, I heard stories that the story was fake. It was just thing he's using. But anyways, just one day before the wedding, leaving for the United States, came down with allegedly terminal tuberculosis, but spontaneously healed, stating that magnets had some effect on the disease. So he's saying magnets healed him. Or again, G&M just says, well, he got over his love loss. So he spent more than 28 years building Coral Castle, refusing to allow anyone to view him. So he didn't let anyone view him. I guess contradictory. He can be seen publicly working in this film. Okay, so he was seen publicly filming. Yeah, so he said that he refused anyone to view him, but he was publicly working in this film. Possibly the FedEx Castle. Okay, footage is available here. I'm gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna go to. Okay, the thing is gone. Like, what is going on here? Okay, contradictory. I'll find that link again. Okay, now it's gone. Link is gone. Okay. So that link is gone. It should be contradictory articles. But anyways, so that's that part. Middle East has some very interesting sites for sure. Okay, Yin has videos. I got a few pics. Okay, interesting. I should tell her. Coral Rock is basically what the castle was formed out of. I've been Egypt Nile cruise for a week, then 4-star hotel, amazing place. Okay, huge stuff. Huge stuff. White marble, black. Yeah, let's see what this guy is saying. Okay, there's a people on BitChute. I think it's a scammer. Robinhood prediction. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, so we have a strong buy guy. I think he was there before. I don't know if he's a scammer or bot, but anyways, he's the only one there, so I'll let him chat about. All right. I think he was a Freemason. Okay, okay. So now, anyways, there's the Edward Lee Scallon. This is the Coral Castle. People are saying that he's doing that. This spoke of using perpetual motion holder. He did have one. Only advanced tool spoke of. Okay. Anyways, I'm going over the mainstream story of it. So here's the Coral Castle set up like that. You got the Saturn. You got the moon there. Okay. So yeah. So they're pretty big and heavy rocks. Yeah, but again, and it looks like a Freemason set up there. Okay, anyways, a square and compass. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna check it here. Edward Lee Scallon, Freemason. My Israel friend found thousands of items. Interesting. Alex Pizarro found stainless steel basements, museums. Interesting. The bitter southerner. Is he? Was not okay. But he had interest in esoteric. Oh, he was not officially a Freemason. Was Ed a Freemason? Just looking at the painting of Ed at the front page. Okay, so we're gonna see a painting of him. No way. Just looking at the. Okay, so we're done, guys. We've officially solved it. Okay, so alright, so he's a Freemason. Alright, we're done. Just looking at the painting of Ed on the front page of Lee Edward Scallon. So we go to leeedwardscallon.com. Like, what in the world? What planet am I on? Okay, so if you go to Lee Ed Scallon, and he's talking about his demon motor, he has a Freemason pen. So who's painting this? Yeah, so we got, so anyway, so basically, yeah, so basically, yeah, it could be, he's using advanced tech, and probably also faking the mainstream developing. But this perpetual motion holder is pretty cool. I've seen that. It's actually pretty amazing. Okay, and this is actually real. This one here, we'll do that in a bit. But anyways, this is pretty wild. Okay, like, where is this painting coming from? Oh, this is Scott Olson's amazing work. Click here. So Scott Olson painted that. So this guy painted it. Okay, so this guy painted a Freemason logo there. It was added Freemason. It's undignified, but then again, I've seen more of the artist's work. None of it is dignified. Okay. Being shaped stones. Okay, so Freemason, yeah. So, and he's doing a bunch of numerology mumbo jumbos by Edward Lee Scallon. So yeah. He's got these royal arch can be found. Also, okay, so we got some peeps saying Ed is spinning somewhere. No doubt. Here's vision. Okay, so Okay. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So anyways, so that's inconclusive, but he does have some numerology mumbo jumbos. So possibly, I'll put that in through speak. I mean in Leo. Want me to send your info tests to RexWeb? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You could send anything and everything. You can go send these experiments, John. Peak experiments. Send these ones to Rex. So these are all my experiments. So I might present the anti-gravity conference, the APEC thingy, on December, but I'll be sending in my new results, and I'm like, it's pretty much like a null result. So this was 12% faster, but yes, I don't know why this was, but the other one wasn't. But so this could be because of this was a shorter height, and so I think it's an anti-inertia thingy, similar to gyros, which is more anti-inertia is more accurate. Okay, anyways, there's this Edward Freemason. All right, so this is this part. I'll be going over this the whole pretty much the whole time unless anybody has specific questions. My Middle East or mainstream Arabic daily life. I married a guy from Kuwait, though his family was born from Jenin area. Okay, interesting. I didn't know he married a Kuwait person. All right, that's pretty wild. Okay, so we got some messages from Judy Woods actually messaged me about albatross birds or some jazz. All right. Yeah. So anyways, perpetual motion holder. I've seen that. I do want to replicate this. Yeah. Actually, I'll tell John about this now. Okay. So this guy here, perpetual motion holder. Edwards writings. This one here is pretty epic. So a lot of people have this. So basically, if you have coils around it, and then we'll suddenly make it magic. Let's see. Lee Edwards Scallon's professional motion holder. So basically, here's the setup. Testing one coil layer. So John, have you tried this before?
Hey YouTubers, just wanted to show you my attempt at making a perpetual motion holder. I've been following a couple people on YouTube, and one guy, David Lambright, if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. He's been doing some really interesting things with this technology, where you can see vortexes of the ether. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, he's been doing a lot of experiments, and he made reference to using one wrapping and one coil. So I wanted to attempt to see if that would work, and this is my experiment. So I had a U-bolt laying around. I just had to go buy this square bar stock over at Home Depot. And then I got some of this on eBay. There we go. Just some 14 gauge AWG magnet wire, enameled. And there you go, one wrapping.
Interesting, they got a magnet wire.
It doesn't really matter where the coil is, I just put it right there so it's centered and it looks nicer. So here we go. Just get that close so you can see it jumping.
All right, now it's stuck forever, I think. Yeah.
And it is stuck on there. If I had two hands available, I would show you.
And it's stuck pretty strongly too, so that's a pretty cool thing. Perpetual motion holder.
So I figured I'd show you guys that. Real easy way to make a small experimental perpetual motion holder.
And it just holds it for like
yeah,
pretty much.
The first guy that made this was Ed Leeds Gallman, and I'll put a link to both those guys in the description. Anyway, have fun, guys. I just wanted to show you this little attempt here. All right, take care.
Okay, so that's pretty well. Yeah, so there's someone else that is like lifting it up as well. I think did I watch this before? How it works? Okay, someone made a pretty strong one, and you can like grab it and they'll like lift you up. So that's Edwards floating stones using perpetual motion holder. Let's see how strong this Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the perpetual motion holder. Yeah, you can see how strong it is.
can make that any strength. Solid piece of frick.
Okay, so you can lift that. Okay, so you're hanging in magnet, but again, magnet's pretty strong. So again, that doesn't prove it's not floating. But anyways, how does it work? See, does it even mention this? Yeah, this is some stuff there. Coral Castle, and again, so it was moved. I think it was moved. Everything. We'll take some more photos. Actually, we'll see what the more photos here. Coral Castle. Okay, and it's got the pyramid there. Okay, this is some epic stuff there. Okay, Ed's cooker. Okay. Yeah, there's some pretty epic stuff. So the question is, okay, there's the telescope. Okay, so yeah, I just wanna okay, so we have the holder. I'm gonna take a photo. I'm gonna go back to this one. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Oh, whoops. So I already have this one. Okay, this one here. I'll post this in Telegram. So this would be more like a brainstorming slash just getting all info out, and then but again, so basically like I always state, like, what is the a lot of people say it's again, he's using anti-gravity and so on, but like, what is the actual thing? Perpetual motion. Perpetual. Okay, I'll go to how Edward Lee Scallon. What's the just the mainstream? Because mainstream they have at least a starting point of what is acceptable in mainstream society. How Edward Lee Scallon perpetual motion magnet holder made. How, or just how. But the thing is that nobody talks about this. Like, I don't know why they don't talk about this. Okay, how it works. By using magnetic monopoles, you could see it in there. Let's just see this. Maybe this will be another one. Okay, this will be another stream. Will be on how this perpetual motion holder works. Solved energy conservation. And a closed loop which can be stored. Okay. A kind of mystic. Okay. Interesting in the simple device which is replicated. Named. Here's a video about it. How energy conservation. Anderson doesn't. What I read about zinc and acid with bubbles all have to do with magnetism. What is worse than one? Okay. Anyways. What is the as permanent? This is how permanent magnets are made. That is pretty much what it is, and is a holder of perpetual motion. Okay. Yeah, it looks like battery puts current through coil. Coil induces magnetic bar. And well, no, this was a simple one, but there's one the guy charges it and then doesn't. Then pretty much like it's stuck there forever. I forgot what I had it years ago. Edward Lead Gallon. Magnet holder. Okay, yeah, basically you run a coil in and then it's done. Okay, this is another one. That use circular magnets. We built many versions. Okay, this is a lot of these perpetual motion holders. And there's some experiments on that. Tripod and black box. Okay. Just want to get to some simple here. So yeah, anyways, you just run a coil through yeah, run it in there. And now you're basically spinning, and now you have basically it's stuck forever. Then you can reverse polarity to remove it off. And then yeah, I think he does that after. Then oh no, oh he just took it off after. Oh, that's when once you take it off, it doesn't do it anymore. Let's do some testing. What's he doing now? Okay. Oh, this is now just a strand of current there. Okay, so if you put a current through 2 blocks there, it just gets stuck. Right now it's stuck. Now you take it off, it's stuck to each other. What in the world's going on here? So basically magnets, it's like you fill up with ether fluid. Okay, anyways, I think that we just sent that one. Okay, that one we sent. I'm gonna go to, I think I did the summarize already. Okay, that's summarize. I'll just send this one as well. Okay, anyways, I'll go back into the setup there. I don't want to get too distracted. Okay, so we got, I'll keep these opened. What's that word? Yeah, so that's pretty well. You could just do magic stuff. Okay, and put everything in here, right here. All right, and now, yeah, so originally built the camera. Yeah, so he built it in Florida City, and then it was moved to a different place in Florida. So and then he moved to Miami-Dade County. Yeah, so how long did it get moved? Okay, yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go. I'll ask Grog just to make it simple for me. Make a table of all the locations that Coral Castle was located in. Move to. Okay. Okay, make a table. Just make it quickly. So basically, birthplace. Okay, various immigrated. Okay, initial construction was on 1 acre land purchased there, Florida City, and then relocated piece by piece over 3 years to a 10-acre site for privacy and made nearby development, renamed so 1936. So it was moved. Yeah, this was 1923 to 1936. Like yeah, during the World War One and I think almost World War Two or something. And then it was moved over 3 years from 1993 1936. Okay. Okay, so that's not big distances from castles. How long? How big? How many PM and M miles was the relocation? Okay, let's just ask this quickly. So how long was the movement? 10 miles. Okay, so it was basically moved like it's another town. About 10 miles, or about 16 kilometers. Okay, so it's not that far. Yeah, just a drive over. All right, so but then he has a Freemason logo there. It's like, why does this guy who has leadscalon.com, why is that one made with this one? Okay, this is just wild. Okay, so he's definitely a Freemason. All right, I don't care what y'all thinks. And there's a magnetic beam amplifier. There's magnetic beam amplifier, and so on. Double helix magnetic current. So yeah, he had his theory on how that works, man-made arc, and okay. So now we're gonna go over. Yeah, so he had a bunch of theories on that. That could be mixed with the, like again, depending on how he moved. And he looked like a Freemason. Now he got a hat, and so on. All right. So anyways, here at MES, everybody's a Freemason unless proven otherwise. All right. Okay. And why is it? Okay. Make it. Let's make it automatic. Maybe. Okay. Automatic. Okay. Maybe. Or actually, I'll keep it like that. Okay. Anyways, make it dark. Almost gets 10 miles. Okay. So anyways, so that's that part. So he charged visitors 10 cents a piece to tour the castle grounds. After moving to Homestead, he asked for donations of 25 cents, but let visitors enter free if they had no money. There are signs in DeGraff, ring bell twice. He would come living quarters. Like anyways. Okay, new owners turned to a tourist attraction and so on. The 30-ton stone. 30 tons. Okay, so now, see, with a few exceptions, objects are made from single pieces of stone that weigh on average 15 short tons, 14 tons. The largest stone weighs 27 tons, and the tallest are two monoliths standing 25 feet. So basically, yeah, 7 meters, that's pretty, yeah, 25 feet, that's massive, absolutely massive. And okay, so we got, yeah, so now the question is, how many are there? How many tons are there? Okay, now I'm gonna say, see, make a table of the heaviest stone blocks and at in Coral Castle. And the total weight of all of the castle. Yeah, it's a total weight of the castle. Okay, more impressed with Veiska House. Okay, that's interesting. What is Veiska House? Okay, I'm gonna go watch them in a bit, and then we're gonna power through this. Veiska House. But again, it's like a lot of things are impressive, but it's like what's the underlying mechanism for it? Like I'm sick and tired of Okay, Veska House. What is Veska House? Veska Museum. This thingy? Is this thing or something? Anyways. Send me a link to whatever you said was interesting. Okay, so North Ball, 30 tons. Okay, 20 height, 25, largest single block part of the perimeter exceeds capacity of leads visible tools. So it exceeds. They all exceed. It is 25 height, 25 feet. All blocks 28 tons, 25 feet. Tallest monolith, a single piece of vertical sculpture, revolving entrance gate balanced on a central axis for easy operation. Now requires repair. So yeah, that's pretty cool actually. It was 9 tons on a little balance. So that's the question: how do you do that? Astronomical carvings, each from a single block. Okay. Total weight of all of them is 1,000 tons. About 2,000 pounds or 907 metric tons. So 2,000 pounds. How much kilos is that? Whatever. Some sources cite 1,000. Okay. So we got 1,000. Okay, Timothy Sullivan's house. Epic stuff. Yeah, Timothy Sullivan. Yeah. I remember you shared my AI, Greg AI one. That's pretty wild. But it's all good. A lot of people are confused by AI and so on. Okay, and so now what I'm gonna do is okay, I'm gonna go watch them and then I'll be back. And what should I play while we go there? I'll just play this on loop maybe. Does it loop? Let's just see if it keeps looping. If it loops, I'll keep playing it. Then I'll come back. Watch them. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty cool. Let's see if it loops. Does it stop? If it stops, that's a no-go zone. Let's see if it loops. Oh, it froze. It frozen. Oh, this is normal speed. I just want to do normal. Okay, normal. Okay, so it does loop. I'll be back. I'll be back, guys. Oh no, I'll be back, Brock. All right, we're back. Okay, these guys give you nightmares. All right, that's absolutely wild stuff there. And yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So keep going on about those people just are absolutely insane. And this guy updated his hair, so this guy's got new hair there. New dyed his hair. Anyways, what's this guy say? Oh, what are those? Yeah, those are some interesting answers. Anyways, let's go back into the stuff here. Lee Edwards count. So here's we'll go over this one here. Ed of Coral Castle had an unusual electrical device. Photos of it, 2002, lactic from down south. Okay, yeah, I think that's the one. But there's the guy who made apparently wrote a book on it. He thinks it's just basic engineering stuff. We'll go over that because I don't know, it just seems pretty reasonable. So, anyways, this is from Judy Wood's book. So, Edward Lee Scallon, 1887 to 1951. So, Edward Lee Scallon, a Latvian immigrant, is known for his unusual understanding of the interaction between magnetism and gravity. He single-handedly built the home he called Coral Castle in Florida City, cutting and moving limestone weighing up to 35 tons, using simple tools and a chain hoist that could not, in real terms, support such a load. But again, but apparently he had like crane, or not a crane, but like tripod or just a giant setup. Anyways, I'll figure that out. And he later moved His coral castle about 10 miles to Homestead, Florida, as given in Wikipedia. Okay, and then let's see what it says right here. Working alone at night, lead skeleton who weighed less than 100 pounds, 45 kilos. Again, that's interesting. He's pretty much like tiny. Eventually quarried. He might be a great alien then. Eventually quarried and sculpted over 1,100 short tons, 1,000 tons of coral into a monument that would later be known as Coral Castle. Leads other 4 pamphlets addresses his theories of magnetism, detailing his theories on interactions of electricity and magnetism in the body. Lead skeleton also include a number of simple experiments to validate his theories. Well, yeah, he had the perpetual motion holder. The above refers to 1,100 short tons or 1,000 metric tons. So it is assumed the following is referring to the metric tons for Ed Lee Skellern's rocks. It is estimated that 1,000 tons of coral rock were used in construction of the walls and towers, and an additional 100 tons of it were carved into furniture and art objects. Yeah, it's basically 1,100. And okay, this is interesting. U.S. Navy dusticification patent. I gotta find it. Or we'll find it out, John. I think it might have been just a cutter thingy or something. Anyways, we'll see what he had. The wall surrounding Coral Castle stands. But again, it could be using advanced tech. But I'm just trying to like visualize it, because again, the difference between Coral Castle and Hudson Effect is Hudson Effect has literally a whole bunch of videos and photos and actual samples that are all distorted and all that. This is just heavy stuff. So the question is, was he cutting this and moving this heavy stuff? And is that in any way impossible? Because the thing is, Hudson Effect is impossible by mainstream terms. This one, you could do this mainstream. Like, go get a modern day mainstream, yeah. Even back then, possibly. We'll have to look at that. Largest rock on property weight 35 tons. Some stones are twice the weight of the largest blocks in the Great Pyramid of Giza. So it's double the size of all these blocks there. Or yeah, some of them are double the weight. Okay, so that's that. Let's see this other part here. So let us compare the Coral Castle, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the largest single building ever constructed. Researchers estimated that 2.3 million blocks were used to build a Great Pyramid. Yeah, but again, you have 2.3 million blocks with an average weight of 2.5 metric tons per block. The largest block weighed as much as 15 metric tons. So again, it's the largest one. Yeah, because the thing is, it wasn't meant to be massive. Ed Lee Skellern indeed appears to have moved and lifted rocks weighing more than twice the weight of the largest block in the pyramid. Figure 365A is a photo of the living quarters Ed Lee Skellern built for his Coral Castle. Note the height of the blocks relative to the doorway. Yeah, there's the height of the blocks there. And figure 365. Oh, this is this one here. Okay, that's this. There's the height of the blocks relative to the doorway. So there's a doorway where the block is like all the way from the top to bottom, and there's a door. Yeah, so they're pretty big. One of them's like, what is it, 28 feet or something. Anyways, so again, the question is it possible to lift things? Got to see it in real life. Yeah, definitely. I wanna visit this guy's setup there. Okay. Okay, note the height of the blocks relative to the doorway in figure 365B. John Hutchison stands in front of the Great Pyramid, while person at the base is shown for scale. Yeah, so it's much bigger than the pyramid blocks. Ed Lee Skellern, with only a 4th grade formal education, cut and lifted blocks for his Coral Castle that were about the same size as those used to build the Great Pyramid, and is thus said to have discovered the secret of Stonehenge and the Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Khufu was built for the pharaoh Khufu, Chippos to the Greeks, the second king of the 4th dynasty, etc. Okay, Thomas Townsend Brown's on the left, Edward Lee Skellern. Okay, in figure 366B, Edward Lee Skellern demonstrates an electrical generator. Yeah, it's basically a generator he designed and invented, and it was only his only source of power for his radio and experiments. But apparently he was using, one guy was saying he's using car batteries. So again, we'll have to see that. It's only his only source of battery for his radio and his experiments involving levitation and stone cutting. According to the official Coral Castle website, 2-time Grammy-nominated rock artist Billy Idol wrote and recorded his Sweet 16 as a tribute to Ed in the Coral Castle. The video was also shot on location at the castle. And the thing is, the castle has a bunch of other stuff there too. So what's interesting is also filmed. I'm gonna make this light. It's just hard to grasp where everything is. Actually, it's alright. I'll make it dark. Actually, I'll get used to it. So he actually let's see. Where's the Edward Lee Skellern? Where was that? There's that thing. Oh, I think it's at the bottom somewhere. Oh, in popular culture. Yeah, so in popular culture, see some other stuff filmed there. So this Wild Woman of Wongo, it was used Coral Castle to set up the Dragon God Temple. Okay, so we got the wild, and it's always usually a woman that gets the storyline is it was a Sweet 16, or the woman just left him apparently. But again, I think it's just a story. And there's also a bunch of nudists there, nude on the moon, and it was basically. So this is Wild Woman of Wongo. Prehistoric beauties live by the code of the jungle. All right, what kind of fictional tropical islanders? Okay, anyways, 1958. There's another one. A nude on the moon, and the heavens brought forth the Wonder Woman. Adult. All right. We got a bunch of nudists there. So again, was the moon landing filmed on Coral Castle? All right, so we got that part. What else was it on here? Okay, Leonard Nimoy's In Search of, etc. History Channel, Ancient Aliens, talking about that. Billy Idol's their Coral Castle Construction. This guy here, John Martin's book Coral Castle Construction, released in November 2012, describes how Ed Lee scale built sculpture based on fundamental engineering principles. In the video game Fortnite, Fortnite had it. There's a novel, The Island of Eternal Love, and so on. Anyways, this is Bishop Castle. This is another one-man. This guy built this one-man castle here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you could do people can do a lot of stuff. One-man construction. A French who built April 19. Okay, let's see. This guy also built this stuff. Now this is some pretty epic stuff there. This guy also built Mystery Castle. Mystery Castle. Okay, this is Mystery Castle. Opus 14. View of monoliths. Okay, so now what I'll see is so I posted about Edward Lee Scallon years ago. Coral. Okay, let's go to Coral Castle. This one here. So it's a very interesting documentary about how on how Edward Lee Scallon constructed Coral Castle by himself. So this one is, again, it's very hard to say this otherwise. So this guy, made by one man. He apparently has a book now. Documentary has been registered with the Library of Congress, and I'm waiting the VSA pursuant. This is 2015. Replicas and other engineering materials will be made, and apparently there's a bunch of comments on this. I just want to see. Okay, I'm gonna go to. There's a video. Footage of Edward Lee Scallon moving stones. I think there was a video of that. Okay, very rare footage of this. That's it. You'll be seeing unusual accomplishment as a quote at the gates of the castle. Epic stuff. Neutron Shrinker got those gravitons crocked up. The only known eyewitness who saw Ed at work said he was levitating the blocks with two cone-shaped tools and ends. I don't know. It's all secondhand info. Yeah, but there's also videos of it. Like, I don't know what you mean. There's
15-ton pieces of coral rock with the greatest of ease.
Like, this is literally him.
This is his life work. Building a great stone city that he hopes will stand for thousands of years. He works as the ancient Egyptians did when they built the...
Here, I'll play this right here. Like, you can actually see videos of it. A lot of people say witness, yeah, but there's videos of them doing stuff. And it looks like what the guy was describing as. Here's this guy's video.
An echo from some ancient Stone Age is the work of Ed Lee Scallon, 120 pounds...
Yeah, so you can see there's this giant tripod thingy. So you could see stuff there, and there's a giant block, and he has a bunch of stuff he's moving around. So it doesn't look like he's levitating anything.
Scallon, 120-pound Superman. Using but the most primitive of tools, he handles huge 15-ton pieces of coral rock with the greatest of ease. This is his life work.
Okay, so he's lifting 15, that's 15 tons. But yeah, so that's him there.
Building a great stone city that he hopes will stand...
And he's using this lever there to move
thousands
stuff.
of years. He works as the ancient Egyptians did when they built the pyramids.
Actually, is this a reenactment? There's a bunch of people in there. Yeah, this might be a but there's a giant door there. Okay, there's a door.
The 4-ton rock that serves as an entrance gate is...
This is an absolutely amazing engineering marvel there. How he did that.
So nicely balanced, a slight push will move it. But that's only the first of many wonders to be found in this strange place. Many and varied are the huge pieces, and one of the most striking works is a huge table carved in the shape of the Florida Peninsula. Here's further example of how he's balanced these great carvings. There's comfort in these rockers, too. Love was love even in the Stone Age, and we have a different version of a merry-go-round. Junior would would sleep like a lamb with this 5-ton crib. This project may smack of the Stone Age, but it has all modern conveniences. Maybe there's no running water, but Mr. Leeds Cannon has built-in basins for modern comfort too. And what's more, a bathtub, oh boy. She's sitting on top of the world or something, just where this unusual artist hopes to be when he completes his most ambitious of hobbies.
No, that's pretty wild. Yeah, so I think that was him with that giant tripod thingy. My dad's family discards rights, but few have continued their involvement since my uncles and grandfather passed. Those rockers a little abrasive, but yeah, but those rockers pretty amazing how it bounces. So again, the guy's got some engineering next level stuff. But again, the Freemason part is he might be a Freemason. Just it's not a random coincidence that the website the guy runs for him has a Freemason setup. Anyways, summarize. Okay, so that's this. But we're gonna watch this. Now I'm gonna close some stuff. I'll leave that open. Okay, anyways, like who is this guy that has his Freemason logo on there? Okay, so that's just one of the wildest things. Okay, I'll keep that. This is nude on the moon. So anyways, the moon was on the Coral Castle. Okay, so this guy here, he apparently wrote a book on it, on how he did it. It's a popular Coral Castle flywheel, and here's the flywheel. This engineering mystery. Apparently he solved it. Coral Castle turns in definitely 45 minutes. So he has it turning indefinitely. Apparently he's a generator or some mumbo jumbo. Okay, so now that's made by one man. So I've subscribed to this guy, but I want to find Ed Carl's flywheel. Okay, engineering mystery solved. Okay, so we're gonna play the beginning and see what happens, and then see what basically if there's anything interesting. Well, which is pretty engineering solution to Coral Castle and its magnetic flywheel.
This is the engineering solution to Coral Castle and its magnetic flywheel.
Yep. But another thing, I want to go back to the Wikipedia quickly. This was Edward Lee Scallon, Coral Castle. This is contradictory. I just want to see if there's any other footage. I don't know why it doesn't show it there. I'm gonna click. The fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna type. Oh, whoops! I gotta type like this. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Footage found here. Okay, I need to go here. I need to go YouTube. KQN. KQN. It doesn't show anything. Okay, so I'm gonna find that exact same one. So what I'll do is, unless I do a few page sorts, inspect. I'm gonna do inspecting. I'm gonna inspect this, and what is this thingy? Inspect. Okay, so there it is. Oh, there's the link. Okay, there's the link. Oh, that's genius. Just inspect the element, and you can find the link. Okay, so we got the link, and we'll paste it right here. Okay, so this is the footage. This might be the same video, maybe. Is it? Oh yeah. That was the rare one. Okay, so that is rare one. So apparently that is him doing stuff. Like I don't know what's going on here. There's
a great stone city that he hopes will stand for thousands of years.
So there's literally him lifting stuff. It's like I don't know. There's him moving stuff, and it's very similar to the engineering thingy this guy makes. This guy here. This guy's name is. What is this guy's name? It doesn't put it. What's his name? Let's see what his name is again. Okay. Oh, guys, John Hudson's gone. Okay, gotta go. Epic stuff. Have a good one, John. And I'll look at your emails later. Again, I got a bunch of stuff on my plate and so on. Another important factor is that Florida has a huge coral reef underneath that is also massive waterway. Everglades turned much into canals. Okay, epic stuff. And anyways, have a good one, John. Take care and cheerios, Mr. Free energy man, anti-gravity man. All right, let's play this. Edge Coral Castle Quarry and flywheel engineering mystery solved. Let's see.
This is the engineering solution to Coral Castle and its magnetic flywheel. My name is Scott Russell.
Okay, so Scott Russell. Okay, so you got a name. He wrote a book apparently. Is this the same guy who wrote the book? Anyways, I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. Whoops. Book. Okay. Where's the John? Okay, this is guy's John Martin's book. Released in November 2012. He wrote on how to build this based on fundamental engineering principles. That's this guy's book there. So this guy's a different guy, John Russell. So he does the videos, which is cool.
I was born in 1961 in Burlington, Vermont. Recently, I have been attracted to the mystery that exists surrounding a place called the Coral Castle Museum. This site is located near Miami, Florida, USA. It is currently on the United States National Registry of Historic Places. This magnificent attraction was made by one man named Edward Leedskalnin. Ed was born in Latvia in 1887. His family came from a line of stonemasons, and his grandfather owned a cemetery tomb.
Okay, so it's basically coming from a stonemason, but look at these guys there. And this is a interesting Freemason. But look at the same setup there of lifting these giant rocks.
Stone monument establishment. Ed Leedskalnin emigrated to the United States establishment, and his grandfather owned a cemetery tombstone monument establishment. Okay,
so his grandfather owned a cemetery tombstone monument establishment. Okay, you can't make this stuff up.
Leedskalnin emigrated to the United States around 1912. Here he learned how to rig big logs and worked in North American mines. Eventually, Ed would find his way to warmer, healthier weather in South Florida.
Okay, so Ed has a background in lifting these giant logs, okay? And transporting these massive logs.
He was known to be a smart man, and it is also said that he read a lot. Ed died in 1951 and left us an enduring megalithic site to behold physically here on Earth. But he also wrote 3 quaint, informative, semi-independent booklets that in most cases accurately describes 1, natural life, 2, some of his philosophy, and 3, more significantly, magnetic current. One large and very important thing he also left us was a unexplained magnetic iron flywheel assembly that has perplexed non-intellectual and intellectual communities alike. These include the Army Corps of Engineers, college professors, Coral Castle enthusiasts, and common mechanical type lay folks. Due to the permanence of this high-profile unknown apparatus, much controversy and hypothetical conjecture has shrouded its true purpose. In Ed's little book entitled Magnetic Current, he states that he had built 10 of these machines. He uses the word machines. After much research that includes reading, searching...
This is Ken Wheeler's books there. This is his stuff there.
Files, measuring actual values of factual remains, and conducting actual experimentation, etc., I have deduced the simple logical truths about Coral Castle.
Yeah, and notice the setup. Okay, so you have this thingy, and then you have to somehow move it there. I don't know. I know the wall. Okay, no. Apparently this was connected to a generator, and then basically it would you torque it up. So the generator would be lifting this from a wire there. I mean, this would be the generator. This would be the lifter, and so on. I think something like that.
Deduce the simple logical truths about Coral.
And there's photos of the tripod too. This is actually his Edward Leedskalnin's photos.
Castle. I have built one of Ed's machines to almost full completion. Most of this truth behind this machine was hidden due to many unforeseen occurrences and circumstances. Also, significant engineering knowledge and mechanical aptitude is required to actually describe the total process that Ed used, as well as the true purpose for the wheel and its 4 prominent clover leaves from an electrical point of view.
And these are the clover leaves right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. How Ed quarried his large block. Okay, this one. Let's see how this one does. Because it's still pretty heavy, so I need to get 25 tons or 30 tons.
To begin, I would like to mention that no one has properly explained in detail the actual quarrying process Edward Leedskalnin used to cut large coral limestone blocks. Also, might I add...
Again, there's a giant wooden tripod there. I don't know what people want. There's a... what is that? Is that just there for show? What is going on here?
The cutting device he used is still down at the museum today. Let's start with how he quarried. First, one must erect a large tripod. It's not hard, really. The secret is knowing how. This now is how one man can perform this task. First, one needs to retrieve 9 poles, 3 small, 3 medium, and 3 long. The length should be 10, 20, and 35 feet respectively.
Yeah, I just hope I don't get copyrighted with this music. Like, why do they put music over a documentary with great info? Like, just leave the music out.
To briefly overview the concept, realize that a small manually erected tripod will lift bigger unmanageable logs with a hoist. Start by laying the logs on the ground in a 3-way X, Y, with the ends overlapping at the center about 1/15 of the overall length. You then loop the tops together. The chain that encompasses all the logs must have 1 extra diameter of folding slack that will tighten upon lifting and binding. Now, using 4 bolts with locking nuts, make a separate triplex Y chain configuration that is bolted at its center and bolted, forming 3 loops on each end of the Y spoke.
Okay, he's doing some technical mumbo jumbo here, but let's just see some stuff lifting. I just want to see a stone lifting.
On that chain. Notches are cut into the.
Okay, 911 Richness, you gotta run spec. Y'all later. Yeah, epic stuff. Have a good one. And yeah, I'll go over the patent later, the dustification one. I'll be going over it because there were some claims that he was able to dustify metal too. So we'll go over that. We'll try to finish that yeah, before the stream done. And then
ends of the next set of tripod logs to be lifted. These loops are slid into the notches so that when the feet are pulled together, the logs cannot slide past each other, instead forming a Y-yoke lock on top.
Yeah, 1 second, I'm just gonna open my window a bit. It's a bit hot in here. Alright, let's leave it like that. Alright, we're back. Let's play this.
Thus allowing the poles to rise when pulled from their bottoms altogether. Attach 3 come-alongs to the base of the poles on the ground. 2 can be used in a Y configuration also, but using 3 is safer and gives more independent tripod foot control. Slowly increase tension by hoisting and pulling as you go. When the tripods are at a man's height, attaching a chain hoist to the...
Anyways, so it has a bunch of chains on each one, so when he's, you can like just make them all vertically stand up at the same time with this mumbo jumbo.
Lash chain looping to the top of the tripod will allow the chain hoist to rise with the rest of the unit. In a short time, you can erect a large tripod this way. Once this step is performed, probably a max of 20 feet for stage 2, a third much larger 35 to 40 foot tripod can be erected.
Okay, so now the question is, can you lift 35 tons with this these wooden poles there?
It will be done in exactly the same way as stage 1 to stage 2. You will now go from stage 2 to stage 3. You will need to size the chains, hoists, and come-alongs accordingly to the much larger sizes. On the largest and final tripod, a shackle can be pre-assembled on...
Yeah, so he has some pretty thick logs there, but yeah, can it lift that super duper heavy? That's remains to be seen there.
...on the ground to provide a flat and reliable anchoring point on the top. This will be lifted in the same way just described. Now we will investigate the quarrying technique. Coral limestone can easily be cut with a wood saw by hand. It can also be cut with a machine doing the work. To do this, you need a large cutting edge. At the museum today, there's...
Okay, ANG 1977, I've seen some of these statements on Coral Castle below. Interesting.
a giant iron door that has a...
And also, water elements would play a great role in the factors required to enhance magnetic field properties. Also, most pyramids are found in the waterway like an island. Interesting.
16
But also, if they're near water, well, they probably need to like give water to all the slaves building the pyramid.
sun drawn on the face of it.
Let's go back to
or the cutting edge. At the museum today, there's a giant iron door that has a 16-pointed sun drawn on the face of it.
16-pointed sun. Okay. That's for his sweet 16 storyline. Okay, where is the 16 set up though? It's hard to see.
This large iron door was used to cut the block.
Okay, where's the 16? I mean, where's the sun? Okay, I'll go back here.
To do this, you need a large cutting edge. At the museum today, there's a giant iron door that has a 16-pointed sun drawn on the face of it.
Okay, so he's saying that this giant steel, this is what he used for cutting the stones, and basically use it to slide back and forth. And basically, there's a 16-sided star sun or something.
This large iron door was used to cut the blocks. Position the newly erected tripod over the area to be cut and quarried. This is accomplished by using the wheelbarrow-looking apparatus at the museum.
Okay, there's a wheelbarrow apparatus right here. Okay.
Today, this homemade counterbalance.
The poles aren't supporting the weight, rather the steadiness of the movement. Reliable anchoring on the top. No, but I'm saying something's got to be lifting it. So what is being lifted? Poles aren't supporting the weight. So what's supporting it then? Rather the steadiness of the movement. Reliable anchoring on top. No, something has to be. The weight of something needs to be being carried. Like something needs to be carrying those.
Contraption is actually a tripod foot lifting dolly.
Oh wow. So that is so basically he literally showed that there's a wheelbarrow thingy like here. That's actually just to move the tripod.
Homemade counterbalanced contraption is actually
and he replicated that exact one here.
Tripod foot lifting dolly. It can easily pry up and assist in the walking of the large tripods 1 foot at a time with minimal effort. Now, gather the iron plate. Okay, there's ring bell. Okay, yeah, and then you see there, it has the star that he drew this on. So he is drawing on his own one here, but it's just a wooden one. Okay, but he has a wooden one, I think, or it might be steel. We'll see. Yeah, he has a wooden plate just to demonstrate that he can cut stuff. The hit and miss reciprocation engine, a locomotive.
And he has a photo there because he thinks that's what that reciprocation engine basically goes back and forth or some mumbo jumbo. So
a locomotion attachment, a plate clevis or chain, and a simple 6-foot stone chisel to break away the small chunks. Anchor the engine to the ground and assemble all the pieces for cutting. Lay out the first block pattern and start cutting in pairs of incisions 6 to 8 inches apart. Make the first 2 cuts in about a foot or so. Then break.
Okay, quarrying pattern Ed used. This is just a quarry it, but the thing is, how do you transport it? Relief enough material so that a man wedges and hammers can negotiate within the first. Anyways, he cuts these up. Are double cut. They provide ample block extraction.
Break out the.
Tammy says magnetic fields carrying the weight. No, but again, this guy's saying that this is done by mainstream stuff. So the question is it being lifted by
pieces and
mainstream stuff?
To the
yeah, so he's saying that, okay, so Tammy says it was a magnetic field momentum. This guy's saying that it was just done with mainstream. Let's just see how accurate this is.
Desired depth. Then reorient the giant blade to cut all the required incisions as indicated by the diagram, breaking out the small pieces as you go. Keep the rubble for wall filler.
Mark Wheeler says, Matthew, look at Gerard Morin, free and natural energy. The mystery solved is the same generator as Ed Lee Scallon. Interesting. I'll look at that. But I just want to see this video first.
There is one end that starts the quarry where multiple cuts must be made. These cuts should be made a little deeper to get the leaf spring wedges pounded in more easily. Cradle the block with side straps and apply upward hoisting pressure while driving in the wedges. The block will release itself after tapping in the wedges evenly and uniformly.
Yeah, so cutting is not a big deal. You just put a bunch of bolts in there and just hammer it in.
The sound that they make upon each hammer strike indicates the tension on each wedge. When the block is free, underbelly chains should be placed under for safety when hoisting and rigging. Repeat this process block by block. In this way, one can quarry very
But that was pretty cool. This guy cut up a giant rock there. Just with a hammer. And just put a bolt in there somehow. And then you just put a bolt and just hammer it into it. Just break it apart.
In this way, one can quarry very straight and clean blocks with a giant blade. The lines are still left in the quarry today, and the interior cuts are almost perfect everywhere. This is the benefit of machinery, precision and production without so much labor. So now that we have quarried standard-sized blocks according
Okay, so like here's the video. Is that, I think that's Edward Lee Scallon. That's literally, and that this isn't a magnetic. There's no magnetic field anywhere here. It just looks like it's just lifting with these wooden poles. So the question is, can these poles lift massive amounts of weight?
standard-sized blocks according to the length of the iron door, we can now move them and sculpt them into artwork. Moving these large masses requires simple knowledge of weights, leverage, and roller surfaces. Roller
Okay,
surfaces
so he has video of the roller surface there.
are key in all the block manipulation.
Oh, that's how you move them, because they use the roller surface to move them. And then you got and then you wrap it around with the rope, and then you just like torque it up. But the thing is, how do you, first of all, how do you transport? And where are these, and how do you transport them? Or unless he's like literally living on a coral location, everything just blocked. So he cuts them up maybe wherever his house is. And then the question is, how do you? And this thing lifting is pretty big, but the thing is, can you lift double the size of the pyramid block, like 35 tons?
This requires simple knowledge of weights, leverage, and roller surfaces. Roller surfaces are key in all the block manipulation. The old black and white Universal Studios movie clearly shows Ed pulling the blocks along with just an
Yeah, so he's pulling these ones there.
old ground framed ratcheting come along. As far as stacking the blocks, one can imagine lifting a stone while it is suspended, dragging another under it, and using it to roll the one above.
Okay, so he would basically put one on the bottom and then use the lifter. No, I mean he would lift it on the top and then he would roll another one underneath and then you put it on top. Okay, so that's one method of doing it. He just said it how you do it. But the question is, can this lift up the giant rocks? And what about the super big one?
While it is suspended, dragging another under it, and using it to roll the one above to one across, and so on. Slowly this way one can stack giant rocks and build a structure. The key to Ed's ability to perform so much work at one time and do it at night was because he built a multitasking sculpting machine. This was an old world machine designed before World War I near Germany in the Baltic region. This simple DC machine ran off multiple car batteries tied in electrical parallel. Many of these batteries reside at the top of some of the workstation tripods.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Can this this setup lift massive blocks? That's the thing I'm still skeptical about.
No. Some may have sat in banks inside the wheelhouse. In doing so, many advantages present themselves. Being a practical industrial machine with its own power source like any mine or work camp, the machine provides all the power for everything needed, including pumping water and generally lighting.
And so he's saying that he's using a bunch of car batteries in parallel.
Basically, every car battery on site was connected together, so a solid rail of DC power could be run anywhere on the compound by means of an aerial grid. This allowed old junk headlights to power the place up anywhere at night. Another significantly distinct advantage to this machine. All the batteries tied in parallel means that only one generator is required to charge all the batteries back up when they are all tied together. And that generator is still on site today. It is bolted
So the generator is used to charge up the batteries.
to a plank that has a cutout for a reciprocation hit-and-miss engine's oil sump. By charging all the batteries at once, the recip engine driving the generator when it's charging is achieving maximum efficiency possible in that it is fully loaded and not wasting power idling otherwise. Now that you understand there's literally 20 or so car batteries all tied in parallel, now you know of the energy available everywhere on site. Taps to jumpstart a car, or more so, back charge the grid with a car or truck, can be placed anywhere.
Okay, so you go there and then you basically get a car and you can charge it back up again.
Center tapping provides less voltage drop. Very quickly, the system recharges for long-term use, especially to use lights at night easily with no recharge.
Okay, Mark Willis says, remember Tesla Niagara Falls generator? The bulb lasted 80 years. It didn't use the filament in the bulb. Interesting. Let's see what the wheel actually does here.
Now here's how the machine works.
But I still need to, once we've done this, I need to figure out how, can you lift 30-ton blocks?
A few batteries in the system reside inside the wheelhouse. Some of their current will turn the wheel, which is a giant variable speed rotary switch. There is a unit called a PMH that is
that's a permanent magnetic holder. Permanent motion holder.
Actually the DC motor's field stator that magnetically pulses the wheel around in one direction. This in turn makes and breaks an electrical contact. This electrical contact is mounted to a follower that rides on the four-leaf clover cam lobes.
Oh, okay. So basically that is that's a contact that goes in and out.
Signal from the same battery bank out to all the tripods on a third positive wire. To summarize the machine.
Okay, so he basically replicated that, and he used a permanent holder as a switch or whatever.
Machine's totality. When that pulse of battery voltage is sent out on the grid's third wire, it picks up a small relay like that of a car horn. When that small relay pulls in, it makes a larger contact, sending bigger, more local battery current down the tripod and into the actuating solenoid.
He's not lifting iron or granite, it's coral. But the weight is still massive, okay? Like, he's not lifting iron or granite. I'm not sure what you're saying. He's lifting 35 tons, some of the weights. So you can see, here's Grok. North ball, weight 30 tons, okay? And it's 25 feet in the air. So the question is, can those wooden tripod lift that? And then how do you transport that? So, and then largest single block part of permanent roll exceeds capacity Lee Edwards Gallon's visible tools. So then the question is, how is it done? So even Grok AI says that. So again, it could be, this is some next level stuff. But anyways.
Basically, every car battery on site was connected together.
Well, we already watched that. I'm going to close this one here. Displacement of the weight. Okay, yeah. So basically, you're saying that, or he just had it lifted and put on rollers. Okay, that might be it. No, I think that might be it. He may not even need to lift it out completely. He might, but the thing is, he could be just lifting a tiny bit, put on a roller, and then drag it, and then basically drag it over and roll it somehow. So that's pretty interesting. Anyways, so let's just keep watching.
This solenoid pulls back an iron drive shaft or any other type of iron slug, and then a spring returns the actuator back when the rotary switch drops out again. There can be multiple actuators cutting at the same time to really accomplish a lot in a short time. Most man...
Okay, there's no way he's lifting it. He's affecting the static field around, like using a magnet to move things. It could be, but the thing is, unless he's lifting just the edge of it and just putting something underneath. Let's just see, but I do want to see what the mainstream is on it, because this guy went to a great effort to show this stuff. This does look like what he's using, but the thing is he using some other next level stuff to lift the blocks? So that's still up for debate.
Power is spent moving the rocks, not cutting or sculpting them. Sweet.
Okay, what is this?
Moving the spent time. Most manpower is spent moving the rocks, not cutting or sculpting them.
Okay, so basically he would have these automatic things cutting while he goes and moves stuff.
Sweet. So that brings us to the last and most misunderstood part of this mystery. Ed's Sweet 16. All through the years, there's a legend about a girl. I would never attempt to disclaim that. However, I would also never rule out the possibility of multiple parallels. One such parallel could have been and probably was his machine, the old girl. Wire sizing of 16 gauge for the stator and having 16 magnets on the original Model T flywheel stacked 6 high are two coincidental potential correlations.
Okay, so Sweet 16 could be just the generator.
I believe the wheel left at the castle today is the last one he made and was modified from 16 poles to 24 for engineering reasons. These include more torque and better speed control.
Okay, this guy. But where's the lifting? Okay, where's the lifting?
Now I will describe the trickiest part of this machine. The actual key to making the wheel turn is hanging on the wall at Coral Castle Museum today. It is a homemade 2-pole magnetic proximity relay, or commonly known as a reed switch. This 2-coiled electromagnetic adjustable relay oscillates back and forth on a metal plate, connecting and disconnecting the field stator, thus pulling the spokes around in circles. Timing and voltage control is critical. This relay is also fed from the battery bank and is controlled by a home-wound bottle resistor. Same for the PMH, thus controlling speed. The bottle windings have a metal shorting bar to cut out unwanted resistance, varying the magnetic field of either device. Still, all fed by the same bank of batteries. Now, since the wheel is self-propelled, a man can now go out into the field to operate multiple workstations. 4 of these workstations might include 1. A water pumping station, 2. A horizontal reciprocating crosscut saw driven by a Russell mechanism, 3. A vertical reciprocating scroll saw
Okay, okay. This is let's see here. He's trying to debunk stuff, but again, he hasn't shown how he's lifting these giant blocks though. But there is videos of big blocks being moved. So the thing is, that is pretty that's pretty interesting. Let's see some stuff here. But no, I stopped it. Okay. Yeah, so this is that video. So is that the only video? This is a 2-minute video of the original? Because it does look like there's rollers there, and then I think Tammy said how heavy the rollers be. It's just wooden things. I think because like think about it this way, the ground, whatever the rocks are on, it's not crushing through the ground. So you can put stuff on like wood, a wooden block there. It has pretty strong strength. Let's see how strong. How much weight can, let's say, 5 logs, 5 wooden logs of, let's say, 6 inches diameter, carry when they are placed on the floor flat? Yeah. So how many could they do that? So let's think 40 psi. Total weight. This is span 690. Span 6 feet. Total uniform load 1,000. This is pound force. Equivalent psi. Total weight for setup 7,500 pounds. How much tons is that? Okay, see what the tons were here. Okay, so 1 ton is about 2,000 pounds. Yeah, so this is gonna be can the coral castle stone blocks be rolled with wooden rollers? What kind of wood was he using? But again, just because the thing is, it's like I don't know why they don't people just make a video of this log. These are some pretty thick logs there, and so the question is, he just using these for show? So here's some logs, and there's some tripods floating. Let's see what he says here. So the thing is, all you do is need the tripod to get them on a roller. Then the roller does everything else. You don't need to actually lift. Yeah. So that's another thing. You don't actually need to lift like giant ones, but can it? As long as it can lift a block like this, it's pretty big. And that's 2 tiers of logs. Okay. Oh, did it actually freeze? Okay, you guys are saying it's frozen. Okay, everybody's in the comments saying it's frozen. Okay, I think it is frozen. Okay, I'm gonna open this and open this Prison Live Studio. So apparently Prison Live Studio froze. Okay, so it is frozen. I'm gonna have to Okay, I'm gonna have to Okay, this is it is, yeah, you guys are right. Okay, so it's frozen at the 18-minute mark. But was the video playing at least? Okay, I'm gonna have to do Okay, so I don't know. So the video is actually frozen. I'm gonna have to open this. I could close this. And then I'm gonna have to open a new one. Okay, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Well, how are you going to move them once you have them on rollers? The generator is producing the field, which would be faster than your current concept. Again, but you have to realize. I'm trying to solve it in just in practical ways. If you're just saying okay, they can move it levitate magically. Yeah, I know, but it's like well, what I'm trying to do is also find any flaws in the mainstream because unless you have the actual device and do it, we're just gonna be all over the place. basically if we can find a, because right now, yeah, the blocks are pretty heavy, but I'm gonna go to video capture device. I don't know why it just stopped playing. Okay, video capture device, screen. No, not video. I just want to record the screen. Like, why did it just stop working? Okay, Mac OS screen capture. So it's like, why is it doing that? Okay, Mac OS. Okay, and now it's getting the full screen. Okay, so now I need to move this all the way to the left. Okay, so apologies for that. I'll play back from the 18-minute mark. We still have some time. I just want to finish up. Levitation vesicles, they don't want us to realize that it can be done using simple techniques. No, I agree, I know, but I'm saying, like, obviously levitation can be easy, but then basically you'll have to fake everything else. So, like, all the tripod stuff and so on, the roller, like, what's the roller there for? It's just there to use levitation. But the thing is, I think you could roll stuff. I could, once you have anything on a roller, you can lift it, you can move it, doesn't matter what the weight. You can probably roll it. But the thing is, I do want to see, like, right now, this guy hasn't fully convinced me, because I need to see a giant weight, like, multi-ton thingy, being lifted in any way and then moved in any way. But that video does show its stuff being moved. So the thing is, where's the anti-gravity stuff? Okay, so why can't I just move this properly? Okay, just go like this. Okay. Okay, so there it is. I didn't even do it properly. Okay, I need to make it, I need to shrink this now. Okay, this thing is just trash. Like, why does it do that? Why does it just stop recording suddenly? Okay, now I can't even just normally, I can't even, it's just the screen's so big. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, you guys can see stuff. Okay. And then make this down, 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 down. Okay. And then down a bit more. Okay. And then move this over. Okay, so we're good to go again. Okay, we're good to go. Let's see if it plays. Let me know if it plays, guys. Okay. Let's go back to the 18. I think it was 18. When did it stop freezing? There's a video of him dragging the blocks. Okay. Yeah, that's the... Oh, yeah, I need to see that as well. Okay, but how's he dragging it? Is he using a magnet? Is he using... Yeah, how are you going to move them once you have them on rollers? Well, no, the thing is, rollers, you can roll them. You can move them. Let's play... I think it's over here.
Mechanism. 3, a vertical reciprocating screw.
How do airplanes work based on your last implement? What do you mean, how do airplanes work? I don't know what that means. Why are we talking about airplanes? Airplanes, I think it's anti-gravity. So airplanes just lift. Airplane, well, it's just generating lift, but the thing is, well, what is lift? And so on. Again, we're back here.
Many parts are still there, including the coil that fits perfectly into the famous motor housing. The brake drum that held all of that is missing.
Okay. Yeah, Mark Mills says hand wins. So yeah, he has the crane there. You can. So once you have it on a roller, but the thing is, if you can move a giant block in any way, you could move it anywhere. That's basically what I'm trying to say. If you can move it anyway, if that tripod can lift a tiny bit, even the corner of it, put on a roller, and now you could literally have the hand crank and so on. So anyways, we had that video there, made by one man. We'll watch that full video again. Because I thought you guys saw it. You could tell me, please watch the video, like, and then so we don't repeat the same stuff again. So go to history. Where's the 2-minute one? Okay, very rare one here. I think we had an early one. Okay, anyways, we'll just go here. So this one here.
An echo from some ancient...
So this looks like it's being lifted, and now there's a roller there. A bunch of rollers everywhere. They all looks like they're floating. And then, so it's lifting. He is lifting this somehow.
An echo from some ancient Stone Age is the work of Ed Leedskalnin.
But the thing is, if you do lift a tiny bit, because this wooden pole can lift as long as it's like super like low, and then you put a roller underneath.
20-pound Superman.
How do they get in the air and stay in the air?
Using but the most primitive of tools, he handles huge 15-ton pieces of coral rock with the greatest of ease.
Okay, that's 15 tons. That's like yeah. So basically, all you do is get him a tiny bit in the air. So this isn't a big deal because all the loads are going on the vertical end of this wooden poles, which are pretty strong.
This is his life work. Building a great stone city that he hopes...
And now he's dragging it. So it's on the roller, but now notice how he's dragging it using this. He wraps this around and using this crane setup.
For thousands of years. He works as the...
So the question is, this video is just what is this video for? Just to cover up that he's using anti-gravity devices?
The Egyptians did when they built the pyramids.
So there's him pulling it. And so he has a pull there. And it's rolling, and it is rolling slightly. And there's a bunch of people around. Like, what is going on here? Oh, and there are a bunch of women too, so I think it's for the movie. Actually, maybe a later movie. But yeah.
The 4-ton rocket serves as an entrance gate.
This one is so cool. That's absolutely unreal. Can I keep going here? See the rest. Okay, now he goes to debunk stuff. And anyways, and sorry about that. The video stopped. I just don't know why it does that, and so on. Anyways, I'll keep going.
Now I will list all of the unknowns or non-truthful misnomers and how they really and practically apply to this system, thus putting to rest most of the purgitude, negativity.
Oh, Tammy says, how do they get in the air and stay there? Yeah, it's a lift and so on. But again, that's a separate thingy. It's like they're flying magically. Lift is basically the mainstream narrative hasn't explained it properly. It's somehow motion generates whatever the flow around it. How do they fly with the amount of fuel required to make the extrusion another conspiracy in itself? Possibly, but again, well, the thing is, a lot of the lifting is being done by the air. The air is doing the lifting. It's like it's kind of like a gyroscope. It's processing magically. So no, yeah, definitely a lift itself. So that's kind of thing. What I'm trying to boil down. What is the specific thingy there in airplanes? Lift, the mechanism of lift. So why no one knows why airplanes fly. So it's like the mystery is lift. Okay. No one can explain why airplanes. Basically. Well, there's a good basically there's a lot of different factors. It's like the air hitting the wing, the pressure difference between it, and possibly some other mumbo jumbos. There's no, a better thing is there's no one way to explain because there's a whole bunch of different principles affecting according to mainstream. Anyways, airplanes, yeah, but then I heard about the fuel stuff there, but again, whoever's saying that, get 9/11 correct first.
Human illusionment surrounding what we are and have been. Most of the lore.
So this guy's allegedly debunking the conspiracy side. Let's see what he says first.
Shrouding Coral Castle has arisen due to unknowns and our famous quotes from high-exposure documentaries and hearsay, etc. Here are the new plausible, provable, agreeable knowns condensed in a list. The first one, the wheel purpose, is a battery-operated, DC pulse motor-driven, variable speed rotary switch. 2, the black boxes are there to protect the battery bank, its relay, electrical connections, and the tripod pole ends. 3, free energy. Batteries wired in parallel will run headlights all night long. 4, the purpose for the PMH. The permanent magnet holder is the DC motor's field stator. The wheel is the rotor. 5, the rocks floating.
Oh, this is a stator. Okay, let's see what it said here.
Field stators, DC motors field stator. The wheel
stator. Okay. I think that is a. It basically where this movement like I think it pulses it to keep going or something. It's kind of like induction motor where you have a stationary part and then you have the spinning part, and basically the difference is what's causing the current flow.
Wheel is the rotor. 5, the rocks floating. The old black and white movie shows 2 tiers of logs under many, quote, floating blocks. 6, Ed used to say, waiting on his sweet 16. That is cutting the rocks by itself. Sweet. 7, soon my sweet 16 will come. After he quarried, soon he built his first sculpting machine. 8, the wives' tale of working at night. Large car battery capacity for headlights at night. And he worked at night because it's hot during the day in Florida. 9, ring bell twice. A moving magnet, a PMH, and a light will light 2 times. Expansion once during the field, and collapsing will light it the second time. 10. The iron door. With a hit and miss recip engine, Ed cut into the earth with the door itself. 11. The iron door drawing. The configuration of the 4 propulsion poles on 2 of each side, the opposing configuration. 12. The wishing pool. This is the configuration of the 4 propulsion poles together in the adjacent configuration. 13. The wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow is primarily used to encircle, jack, and roll tripod feet 4 to 8 inches or so. 14. The wire straightener. The wire straightener is plausibly the spring-loaded tailstock to Ed's giant scroll saw for wheels and curves. 15. The dented motor housing. This dented motor housing retains the big actuator coil on the wall. 16. The large coil on the wall. The large coil on the wall holds the shaft on the floor with the big nut. 17. The Russell mechanism. The large L frame right-hand corner leaning up in the Coral Castle tool room is used for horizontal cutting. 18. The 2-pole reed relay. This 2-coiled plate relay pilots the PMH, which turns the wheel magnetically. 19. The long 8-gauge coil. This is the actuator coil for the famous yoke in the Ed at Work picture. 20. The small bottle resistor is used to limit overcurrent on the reed relay coils. 21. The large bottle resistor. This is used to change the speed and resistance of the windings using the shorting bar.
Bottle windings control the feel. Okay, so he's controlling it with that giant bottle. Oh yeah.
22. Sweet 16 was adopted as the name of his machine because the PMH is 16 gauge and the first machines had 16 poles due to the number of magnets on a Model T. 23. Singing to the Rocks. The machine provides a steady rhythm to compose and perform songs by. 24. Made by one man. The machine did all the cutting. He did all the physical work on cooler nights. 25. The black on the arm switch and the wheel. This is caused from the arc splatter from the grid pilot circuit. It shows the wheel turned counterclockwise. 26. All of the electrical wire on site. On the roof of the castle and in the tool room, this wire was used for the power grid.
Okay, so you had a bunch of electrical cables everywhere. That's interesting. Okay.
There are many possibilities of minor trade techniques that have come and gone, and maybe we will never know the exact details of how Edward Leedskalnin did everything unless we recreate it ourselves. But what has been brought to us with this information should close the mystery and stop the misleading of truth. That's all.
Alright,
The end.
so this guy, yeah, this guy, again, the guy who made this video, it's still a bit, I'm still not 1,000% convinced. It is pretty interesting, because a lot of the stuff that do line up. The question is, yeah, the main question is, the main question is, can you lift the giant stuff there? I'm gonna do a quick test, and then we'll go over the justification quote, and then we'll end the stream. I'm gonna go here, and let's see here. I'm gonna do just a generic one, lifting coral or just a heavy stone wooden tripod. Let's go see what the mainstream. Such a beautiful place, yeah. Yeah, copper wire. Okay. and other things. Let's see the tons. Tripod lift video. Okay, this one here. How heavy does this lift? Tons. I'm gonna do. Okay, this is a setup there. Tons. Making a DIY tripod lifter. This is using multiple cranes. How much do they lift there? Okay, yeah, this is the thing. How heavy is this? Well, but the thing is, this is lifting super high and super fast. The guy's building over like many years. How many years did he build it over? So the other thing is, the guy built it over 13 years. All right. Okay, so he bought an acre of land for $12. Holy, okay, so that's name of the game. Okay, so he built over 13 years. So 13 years. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing. 13 years. Well, if he's using an anti-gravity one, why can't you build more? Okay, let's see what this guy does. This is how heavy is this thing.
You're not supposed to be using these for lifting, but for this purpose I'm going to use it just because it's what I have on hand, but eventually I'll try to be looking for some sort of chain hoist or something like that. But for this one, we'll just use the come along and see how it works.
Okay, so 450 pounds, he's lifting with this thingy.
To replace this with a
And then he's just...
And for those of you who didn't hear my earlier comments, I am almost ready. So I've got the slack taken out of the ratchet straps, and I think just a couple more ratchets with the come along, and it will start to lift. And for those of you who didn't hear my earlier comments, I am aware that this is not a lifting device, it's just what I had on hand.
So this is about like a quarter ton. So basically, then the question is, can you make it build super heavy? Let's go 1 ton lifting wood tripod. I just want to see if I could lift anything. So that's another thing. It's like, is there any replica anywhere in the world about it? Okay, wooden tripod. Okay, tripod lift Coral Castle. So that's another part. Can it okay, Coral Castle tripod videos. Okay, there's video 3. Okay, there's another one. So the thing is there a video of him actually lifting? Okay, so there's Randall Carlson and Bob Greener. Okay, Coral's Big Mystery. Mystery solved. Okay, this guy here. Let's see this guy is lifting. I just want to see someone lift something heavy. 20-ton block by hand. Okay, this guy here is mystery. The mystery methodology with amazing new footage. There's new footage. Okay, let's see what the... Is using AI maybe. Okay, ring bell twice. Okay. 2K scan. Impossible Fortress. Okay, let's see what these guys built here.
Hi, this is Michael Kohler with Coral Castle Explained. This video is on pods. Calculated 3 tons. Handedly maneuver them around on the part of it. Hi, this is Michael Kohler.
Okay, so he has this here, but the thing is, those are pretty big logs, though. Okay, so can it lift it? Possibly. Yeah, I can see.
Modern day cranes. Dunn has the fins. However, the author of the Giza power plant, he is actually a scientist, and it is possible that Ed could have moved 6-ton blocks that make up the wall that surrounds the Coral Castle using conventional means. However, with the tripods and the conventional tools that are seen in the photographs and the equipment that is still there at the Coral Castle today, it would have simply been impossible for him to have raised the coral blocks that weighed upwards of 30 tons using simple telephone poles and even a 10-ton hoist. On his website, Christopher...
Okay, so that guy's saying that not by conventional means. The tripod is that they were used to move the coral blocks, but not by conventional means, or not used to host, but were part of Ed's secret assassin anti-gravity. That's what the guy's saying. Okay.
Actually shows...
Okay, where's the video?
Pictures of the... and there's actually a 3/8 of an inch chain link grade. It only is capable of lifting 3.5 tons. Yet this is what Ed had available to
Okay, so yeah, basically it looks like it is possibly impossible. Okay. How did Ed lift the 30 ton blocks. Is the tripod possible capable of doing that? So this is some magical stuff there, unless they had some Freemason mumbo jumbo doing stuff. Incremental lifting like high school students. He used wedges and logs to gradually raise stones, placing supports, wooden blocks underneath to hold the grains. This jacking method allowed him to lift heavy stones incrementally. Okay, so he lifted. So according to witnesses, he lifted incrementally. Okay, so that's the thing. If I see any way lifting, that's probably it. Okay, so someone's saying he lifted incrementally. Yeah, but the thing is, he's not lifting 24 tons in the air. He's lifting, unless that other video is supposed to be, yeah, like this video apparently, yeah, apparently he's lifting the whole thing. Okay.
To move a hydraulic press that weighed 65 tons, and in order to lift it and drop it through the roof, they had to bring in a special crane. The crane was brought to the site in pieces that were transported 80 miles away. Press, how is all that he used conventional means? Hi, Michael Kohler with Coral Castle Explained. In this final video regarding the tripods and the coral castle and how they may have been used by Ed to move and position the coral blocks, I defer again to a theory that Christopher Dunn has in regard to how...
Okay, so Christopher Dunn, this guy's saying coral castle tripods could have been used in a certain way to not lift the blocks but create a field of energy around or through the blocks, reverse the polarity using to the Earth's to the use of the earth energy in the block boxes on the coral. Okay, this is a bit magical, jumbos. Yeah, so the question is, it is, but if you can lift it incrementally, that might be something. Let's see what this guy says.
Well, here we are at Coral Castle.
Yes.
Something I've known about for at least probably more than 3 decades. And I've always said, you know, one of these days I got to get down here and check it out for myself. And here we are.
And so here we are, yeah. So what did you think about it? What were your favorite parts of the
well, of course, what I'm trying to wrap my head around is, you know, as a builder, I've had to move some fairly heavy, not 30 tons, but up to a ton. And I know what's involved in that without mechanized help. So it's quite impressive.
So the lifting process?
Okay, exactly what the guy you said was mumbo jumbo. Of course. But what is even then lodges did not share with other lower levels. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, like this is again, basically what I'm trying to do is basically trying to find holes in the mainstream, and it's basically lifting that. Can he lift it by moving 20 tons block solo? Are sufficient. Lead's own claims of knowing appear likely refers to leverage techniques that misses them. Okay, a 30-ton block can be lifted by a 5-1 pulley system reducing force, further aided by counterweights or winch. Leads tripods of stock could handle the tension. Okay, that's mainstream, says here. A sign lists jacks, rollers, chisels, wedges, winches, and photos show tripods with pulleys, confirming their use. Okay, so I just want to see if there's anything lifting it, and then basically, in my opinion, it would be a closed case. And I'll try to keep finding that. We're over limit right now. But I'm gonna go summarize, because again, difference that's in Hudson fact is okay. This one is not running any. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna. Oh, this I think I'm just not gonna use pump one anymore. Pump one is just welding. I think it's ruining the setup there. Okay, so that's that link. I just want to see. So Grok says someone's lifted there. Okay, 30 tons. Okay, give me. Okay, this person says, yes, a wooden tripod made can lift support when combined with a pulley system provided it's properly designed and braced. Here's a wood strength. Yeah, this guy is saying it's possible. Give me links to 30 tons being lifted by these methods. Okay, give me links, man. I want to see some. Okay, I just want to keep going. This is pretty interesting stuff here. Okay, this guy here is very rare footage. So he has a crane that is moving stuff, lifting heavy stones. How heavy is that stone? That's 250 kilograms. It's like 500 pounds with one stone. Okay, so this is like the kind of size of the tripod. This is one of them. This is lifting 420 kilograms. Lifting with this I've lifted at 420 kilogram. I'm gonna go to unit unit calculator. So go to mass. So 450 what is it? 450. Then tons. US ton, so about 0.5 tons. So yeah, so again, I think it's possible. I if I had the resources, I'll replicate this. They snicker together as they talk about the castle green. Yeah, but look, this is a 450 420. That's about like again it's a US ton, UK ton. It's about half yeah, it's basically 40% of a ton. Yeah, so it was like half a US ton is this setup here. And this is horizontal. So imagine the vertical side, which is much stronger. And then if you have 3 of them, so if you have 3 of them, you're gonna need yeah, and all you need to do is lift a tiny bit. And this is bending a tiny bit. And he's moving around. Okay. Pyramid build up tilt up technique. It's gonna go see what this one does. Okay, that's Randall Carlson. Actually, I do want to show this. This is a good video. This is a good video for my sake. So again, basically what I'm trying to do is this is how I try to debunk stuff. Basically try to find something. His tripod looks thicker. Yeah, his tripod looks thicker. Yeah, because it was an uncut log. Like he actually literally had the full-on log on that. You can see his logs there. Yeah, you can see the full-on log. So his is thicker, and it's a vertical one. Okay, let's see some more stuff here. Okay, Coral Castle mystery solved. And complete secret of business. Okay, this is the music is very distracting. I'm gonna mute the music then. There's he worked by himself and mentioned no one ever witnessed him building it. Okay, apparently there's videos though, so you can't just say stuff. Okay, 30 tons equals that. Okay, this is ancient alien stuff.
I'm Wayne. Complex tourists.
Okay, so these are pretty thick tripods, and all you do is need to lift a tiny bit, then everything else could be. You have 13 years to move everything else. Okay, now we have Edward Lee Scallon. Let's see what these guys says. But apparently this video was a
This man swears he's cracked. He's building his own Stonehenge in his Flint, Michigan backyard to prove it. Wally Wallington's not a scientist, but he knows a thing or two about moving rocks.
That's a 300-pound block.
He just rolled. Wait, he just rolled a 300-pound block. That's
not a scientist, but he knows a thing or two about moving rocks.
He's rolling it on these rollers. Okay.
300-pound block. This is a 1,600-pound block. Not too different.
So that's 1 point. Yeah, but basically like 1,600 pounds. How much would that be? Let's go to pounds. 1,600. So about like a ton there, almost a ton. Let's go back to this other guy. I'm gonna close this.
Cool.
Probably had more than one tripod. Different. Yeah, he did. He did have different sizes.
He's a retired construction worker whose passion is moving heavy items. His feats always draw a crowd, mostly family.
I thought he's crazy. Who cares about moving blocks around? But then when you look at the magnitude of the weights that he's moving around, it is really impressive, and he's not using any equipment or anything.
In playing with blocks, Wally thinks he's discovered how Stonehenge was moved.
This is my first Stonehenge arch I permanently put in place. It's 3 blocks, they weigh over a ton each.
It's all based on a very simple technique.
I found a simple explanation for this, to move a block about the weight of a minivan, would be to place a stone underneath it. And once I balance on it, I can spin it.
Okay, so he put wait, he just put a rock and he spun it. Go back here. What did he just do?
Underneath it. And once I balance on it, I can spin it.
Okay.
Of course, with that spin, you've seen I didn't go anywhere. But I got 2 handles on my lever, and I could place another stone on this side. Now, every time I spin a half rotation on each stone, I move the block horizontally the distance between the stones. With my own output, I could move a 1-ton block 300 feet per hour.
Using this technique, he's moved everything from 1-ton blocks to buildings.
This is 19,200 pounds.
19,000. Okay, wait, is it 19,200 pounds? So 9.6 US tons. UK will be long tons. Okay, let's do long ton. About 8.5 tons. And this is some random guy.
Yeah, it's 128 square feet of cubic feet of concrete.
Today, Wally hopes to solve it. He'll put one of his theories to the test and try to stand this 19,200 pound block by himself.
I've tried to do this without any mechanical machinery at all. I've used mostly sticks and stones for my equipment. No pulleys, no hoist, no...
And this is without pulleys or hoists either. He's trying to replicate Stonehenge.
The levers. Just try to use gravity too, I believe is my favorite tool. Whoop.
The first goal is getting this block 3 feet off the ground.
In order to move it up to this point, I just rock the block back and forth, adding weight to that end, and that opens a gap on this side, and just slide a board in. Then I add the weight to that end. There she goes. And
again, think of it this way. That's 19,000 pounds. So it's about 18. No, that's about 8.5 tons. And it's not crushing the wood, so the wood can hold it. Right, so the wood can hold it. And now he's not even using any levers or anything. So the wood is holding it. Remember that. Keep that in mind. It's not crushing the wood. Because wood can hold what?
Slide a board in on this end.
Okay.
This shoring box acts like a jack,
So basically, all you do is lift a tiny bit and put a wedge in.
slowly raising the block. It's 3 feet off the ground, but tomorrow is the big experiment.
The first thing I'm going to do here is release this temporary shoring I have set, and come over here, release some of my counterweights, and that's going to put the entire weight of the block on this rope. So then I'm going to release the rope, come back in, and the rope's going to be my brake. I'm going to guide it into the pit. Ready? Yes! All right. Now just start spraying the sand. The sand will wash out and the block will start coming down.
Oh, so he had sand in there and he sprays it off. And then it just starts rolling back on. So you load up with a bunch of sand, then you spray the sand off.
Once the sand is washed from the pit, the block's own weight slowly stands it up.
Okay, Coral Couch could have been built just like that. Oh, well, again, that's something. Yeah, so this is, wasn't exactly, yeah, but it's a start. Basically, it shows stuff could be lifted heavy. Some of the wealthiest people live in the area. It's not much different from today's international woods builder. They claim to use elephants. Yeah, well, the question is, what's the elephant in the room? Okay, amazing. A man lifts 20-ton blocks by hand against the same guy.
In the past.
So again, he's just showing you with wedges. Okay, I do want to get that video, though. That's a pretty good video. This video, he's using the wedges. Again, you could use wedges and lift stuff. Oh no, this is the wrong summarize. I'm gonna copy this. Oops. Paste all these stuff here. Go to this. Yeah, pretty much done. I'm gonna go take a nap, but I just want to finish these other videos. What do they have? Okay, mystery solved there. This guy, the same video.
You have one eyewitness who in detail describes it. Yeah, but we have to understand mathematical. You have one eyewitness who in detail.
When was the peak for this quarry?
Early 1950s.
So this guy does it here.
Owen wasn't present during
several hours.
In the war. And three of them, and myself, we opened up the quarry. And my other brother, he had a truck, big pole, and cable search, you know. And we used to have an old Model T Ford engine on this winch, driven with a binder chain,
yeah.
cogs on it, and he used to wind the
it forward underneath that weight, well, notice what it lifts with ease, and the bucket didn't tip forward. If the wheels moved a little bit like that at the back, that would be exaggerated.
This is a bit. I heard this was a fake video there, but anyways, what's the? And the actual tools in it should have never let it become a mystery. What is it? Oh, this is a.
Exaggerated by the long boom arm at the front. It lifts this weight, and then the narrator switches to, oh, look at the length of the chain. There was not enough chain for the chain to drag like that. This is a common thing with this Hancockian school, mystery school.
Okay, no, this is the debunking the Hancock, those people.
These documentaries, anything to do with Prometheus Entertainment, Ancient Aliens, that type of stuff. Curse.
1950s.
Okay, anyways, let's try to watch it later. Anyways.
How did Leeds Scownin...
Just want to see some new footage. These are the same footage of these, okay. Anyways, for another day, we'll do that for another day. It's still, yeah, so I'm leaning towards, yeah, just using regular construction stuff. Because it's, again, you have 13 years to build something. 13 years, you can do a lot of stuff, close-up stuff. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. And so on. And the Stonehenge too, digging tripod, okay, this is pig processing tripod. Yeah, but the thing is, it's still, so we need to get 30 tons, lifting 30 tons, tripod, okay, let's see, is there anything like that? Okay, anyways, I'm going to try this with foam blocks. Okay, epic stuff. My grandmother and her 20-year-old senior brother were personally affiliated with these people. Interesting. Oh, the rich people. Okay, I just want to see 20 tons blocks. This is a heavy boulder. 1.5 tons. Okay, so look at how thin. This is a steel one though. But okay. So anyways, you want 1.5 tons lifting that. It's pretty good one. But just to show you, you can lift stuff. I don't know. Now the question is 30 tons, and the guy was a stonemason. Growing up, his grandfather owned a monument, a museum. A tombstone maneuvering facility. Okay, I'm gonna close. Okay, anyways, that's all for today, guys. I'm gonna go take a nap. And Zodiac with the hidden sign. Yeah, definitely. Alright, guys, that is all on the Threadcast over. And yeah, so I'm leaning towards it's just the usual. But anyways, thanks for joining and have a great day. All right, and so on. And then also let me know if you have some experiments. Like try to lift the heaviest thing you can, or even replicate it. Make a super tiny, like just use popsicle sticks and try to lift something that's like 100 times heavier than itself. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so even though there's a scale factor difference, you can still try to make it to the absolute extreme. So if you can lift like 100 pounds with like a popsicle stick, then we're the thing's called debunked. Okay, anyways, that's all for today, guys. Adios, and I'm gonna go and ciao. Peace out. Anyways, ending the stream in 3, 2, 1.